first going to just give you an idea of like, how big is this market. So I'm using VR because this slide was made before I think the Metaverse term came out. But there's really fantastic research. But right now, real estate, it's about 178 million annually. And I would say AEC, architecture, engineering, and construction, is about 133 million annually. And using VR software spending. And so it's about 300 million, but it will continue to grow. This is like the enterprise use cases of virtual experiences, but gaming is still a huge one. So gaming dwarfs all of these many times, but this showed real estate, so I wanted to share this with you guys. And so we're gonna dive into a little bit about VR about virtual reality because I want to illustrate a way that you actually are already, if you're already using, for example, Matterport, which I have used for since I started my business, there's ways that you actually have something you've already paid for that can be viewed in virtual reality. And so I want to share this with you guys. So it's just a way to get started. So here I am. I'm in a headset. I'm in an Oculus Quest, and I'm pulling up my homepage. And on my homepage, I've got links, to get into the various sections, like all of you guys do. And when you go a little bit deeper, you go into the Matterport section on my website, which I'm sure everybody has a gallery, right? Like we've all got galleries. But I have embedded on the website the code from Matterport, which is enabled for XR, meaning you can enter into VR straight from a web page if you have this on your web page or on your website. And this, for example, was a tour that was virtually staged. It's a commercial office space in San Francisco, and so we're looking at it in VR. And I think that it's a great example of, look, you've already made content for your client. What else can you do with it? Well, you can put it on your website, and somebody, if they were in VR, there have been 15 million headsets sold, they can go into it. But you need to make sure that you have this code here. See this XR spatial tracking. And when you go into the backend on Matterport, you'll see that when you click on the embed code. I didn't have that. I've been using Matterport so long, a lot of my models were kind of outdated. So I went back in and I got the new code and updated it. So I love it when something I've already paid for can be used in a new way. I feel like I'm winning when I'm like, this is this thing that I already use, and now I can use it in a different way. And here's another example of where this technology might evolve to. This isn't necessarily a virtual reality example, but this is an example of that 3D data being useful. The image on the right is an app. If somebody has had their place scanned, they can basically, all of their matter tags or their tags can be operated through, they can operate the devices, the IoT devices, through their mobile phone. And this can be used for an Airbnb as a way to show somebody around the property and explain to them what's here in the property. Or it can be used for turning on the coffee machine, or you name it. But digital property management, again, it's something that's possible now that wasn't possible just a couple years ago. So I think it's pretty amazing that we have this technology from the stuff that we're already doing. And I think that this is one of those things where one day you're like, okay, everybody in my market's doing the same thing. I want to do something different. I want to change my rate card. Like I want to see what I can do and come up with that will help me have a better or a different value proposition and to differentiate what I offer. These are examples. There are other examples, and I just want to share with you ones that I think that illustrate the point. And so we're going to go into, for example, augmented reality, right? No headset, just looking at something on your iPad, or FPV. How many folks have an FPV drone? Oh my gosh, we have a lot of FPV drone pilots in here.